The other day, I asked myself if we could turn a painter's van into a speakeasy. Well, we did. Think of this as a way better version of van life. Have you seen some of those van life photos? I would rather wake up chained to a pole in a Saw movie than inside one of those coffins. Now, normally standing outside of a van and asking people to get in is frowned upon, but this should work out. The exterior of this will still be basic, but the interior will be a luxury speakeasy and cigar lounge. We have a couple of issues with turning a vehicle that isn't supposed to be a lounge into a lounge. The first is going to be the height. If you try to stand up inside of this van, you're quickly going to find yourself sitting back down with a concussion. The second is the width. The majority of the van is 4.5 feet wide. Once you start putting stuff in here, it can get real claustrophobic real fast. We'll need to use some techniques to make people feel like they're on a trip to a nice dinner and not a trip to prison. Let's walk through what we created. This isn't your typical van life setup. It isn't a limousine knockoff, and it's not a last-minute throw-together. What we designed is a speakeasy on wheels, a hidden, refined lounge inside of a painter's van. Every choice was made to feel like secret luxury. One of the most striking details is the ceiling. We installed a warm amber mural of the sky during sunset. It instantly warms the space, and it sets the tone for the evening. The purpose of it was to subconsciously tell your brain, it's golden hour. It's time to unwind with cocktails, conversation, and good company. Most van ceilings are just blank spaces, but here it draws the eye upward and adds a layer of personality that you'd never expect inside of a work van. We placed tufted whiskey brown leather seating in an L shape that hugs the perimeter. It's a direct nod to the classic gentleman's lounges. It's rich, it's classic, and it's comfortable. To break up the tone and add a bit of contrast, we used red velvet pillows, which also help anchor the space visually. If you're looking at this and thinking, you know what, I would like a room like this, just not in the back of a van, we can help you with that. If you want a whiskey lounge, a home office, a basement, or really any other design, you can click the link in the description below. The booth seating was customized to fit the tight footprint. It's only 21 inches deep and it's about 1.5 feet high. It's compact, but it is functional. The vibe of the space is subtle, but it's layered. We focused on adding warmth without making it feel too heavy. The floor is black hardwood, which blends into the background while keeping the space grounded. On top of that, we added a cowhide rug that adds softness and a slight Western Lodge edge. It breaks up the darkness and brings balance to the textures. The walls are painted Black Magic by Sherwin-Williams. This is a bold black, but it has a bit of warm undertone. The seating and the cabinetry look almost black in low light, but if you were to get up close, you would see they're actually a warm charcoal called Weather Vane, which is also made by Sherwin-Williams. It's a deep natural tone, almost like an aged tree bark. The bar cabinetry and display cases are 2 feet tall and they extend about 1.5 feet from the wall. They leave a 2.5 foot walkway through the middle, which is perfect because that's just enough room to move around comfortably. We designed them to feel like a small luxury suite with glass fronts, marble countertops, and soft downlighting. There's also mirrored backs within the cabinetry to visually open up the space. The mini fridge holds 62 12-ounce cans, which is more than enough for a small group unless you don't plan on waking up in the morning. On the left side, you have your drinks. On the right side, you have your cigars. A 75 count humidor holds the core collection with a smaller executive box humidor on top for the night's picks. There's also a tabletop cutter, which has a quad guillotine because the cut of your cigar is always important. There's more though. We dialed in the lighting. The back of a van is pitch dark, and with no clean lines, your eyes don't know where to go. So we ran LED strip lighting along the floor and along the ceiling edges. It doesn't just light the space, it sculpts it. It mimics that low, moody ambiance you find in an underground lounge while still being totally functional. You get shadows, you get depth, and suddenly that space feels much larger than it actually is. To bring life into the room, we added plants, we added a fruit bowl, and also a framed landscape painting. It softens the edges and pulls the space away from feeling like a project and more towards feeling like an actual room. So the next time you see a work van on the road, just remember there could be a luxury lounge behind those doors. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up. If you feel like sticking around a while, feel free to subscribe. See you on the next one.